Kenji Nishioka has been one of the Philippine Football League's best players this season and has been a crucial part of Manila Diggers' title race as we enter the third round of this campaign. Now I'm going to break down a couple of sequences from their most recent win over Stallion Laguna. A lot of it was down to the contribution of Kenji Nishioka, and I'm going to break down a couple of sequences from this match that really showcase his game intelligence, his positional awareness, and his overall footballing IQ. Now here it is. First, we have this moment in their match against Stallion. You can see Nishioka, he is a really good scanner, so he can identify where there is space. He can identify channels that he can run into like he does here. He can see that he sees there is space between the right back and right center back of Stallion, and Nishioka, what he's actually going to do is going to sprint into that space. So that's just one really small detail and one example of the game intelligence that he has. He didn't get the return pass, but he was in acres of space there, and you can see that scanning is such a big part of his game because he's really good at it. He knows where the space is, and he'll always sprint towards it. Then, just a few seconds later, we have the moment that leads to his goal. Again, scanning and positioning and identifying where the space is. Traits that are such small details but make huge differences in terms of being a top player. You can see here, in this instance, what he does. He has a change of direction because he realizes that the right back thinks he is going to cut inside. So what Nishioka does, he has a really last minute change of direction on the defender's blind side because he knows that that's where the space is. He's identified it and he's going to exploit it. Now those are just two examples of why Nishioka is such an intelligent football player. Now another part of Nishioka's game that makes him such a really good asset is the fact that when in open play, he's a really good player. When there's a dead ball situation, he's also a really effective player in terms of set pieces. Got an assist against Stallion from a set piece from really far out, and his cross was pitch perfect to Usman Guy, I think it was. And then the next example I have here, 0-0 against Wantigig, the league leaders. And they eventually won this game 3-0, but it all started with his set piece. So that's another difference that he makes. If the match is so closely fought, like it was against Wantigig, for the first few minutes at least, can you make the difference through a set piece? And that's another dimension of Kenji Nishioka's game. So that was my short breakdown on why Kenji Nishioka is a really good football player and why, for sure, he is knocking on the door for that Philippine men's national team Hyundai Cup squad. Diego Cordero here. Thank you for watching this latest tactical player breakdown. See you guys soon.